Hi there, beautiful people. Don't be scared. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween to you. My look is inspired by one of Dogma band members, that is Rusalka. How do I look? I like it. So join me in listening to this poem from the 60s, 1964 to be specific. This particular animation, I believe, is from 1964, but the poem itself is from the 50s. So the poem is titled The Hangman, and it's written by Maurice Ogden, but narrated by Herschel Bernardi. I hope I'm not butchering that. So I've read the poem. It's about 6 pages, and it's quite an interesting one. I'm not so good with poems. So yeah, I'm curious to listen to this narration, and I'm told that at the end of this, there's a commentary. So maybe I'll use that to get a deeper understanding of the poem. But to just give my summary of it before we start, this poem is about a hangman, and this hangman, unlike what we would expect, he tends to hang the people that are loyal, the people that serve him best. Weird, right? So that's what this hangman does. He actually says, he who serves me best shall earn the rope on the gallows tree. So you serve him best, you earn the rope. Weird, right? So yeah, that's quite interesting. So I'm curious to listen to it and really get a deeper understanding of it at the end. So join me. Let's listen and see you at the end. Let's get in. And happy Halloween.
Into our town, the hangman came, smelling of gold and blood and flame. And he paced our bricks with a diffident air, and built his frame on the courthouse square. The scaffold stood by the courthouse side, only as wide as the door was wide. A frame as tall or little more than the capping sill of the courthouse door. And we wondered, whenever we had the time, who the criminal, what the crime the hangman judged, with a yellow twist of knotted hemp in his busy fist. And innocent though we were, with dread we passed those eyes of buckshot lead. Till one cried, "Hangman, who is he for whom you raise the gallows tree?" Then a twinkle grew in the buckshot eye, and he gave us a riddle instead of reply. "He who serves me best," said he, "shall earn the rope on the gallows tree."
Did you hear that? He gave them a riddle. So it's upon you to interpret this riddle. Is it interpreting riddles or, yeah, cracking the riddle? So he gave them a riddle. Let me note that down. His response was a riddle. Let's take it slightly back.
Is the gallows tree? Then a twinkle grew in the buckshot eye, and he gave us a riddle instead of reply. "He who serves me best," said he, "shall earn the rope on the gallows tree." And he stepped down and laid his hand on a man who came from another land. And we breathed again, for another's grief at the hangman's hand was our relief. And the gallows frame on the courthouse lawn by tomorrow's sun would be struck and gone. So we gave him way. And no one spoke out of respect for his hangman's cloak. The next day's sun looked mildly down on roof and street in our quiet town, and stark and black in the morning air, the gallows tree on the courthouse square. And the hangman stood at his usual stand with a yellow hemp in his busy hand, with his buckshot eye and his jaw like a pike, and his air so knowing and businesslike. And we cried, "Hangman, have you not done yesterday with the alien one?" Then we fell silent and stood amazed. Oh, not for him was the gallows raised. He laughed a laugh as he looked at us. "Did you think I'd gone to all this fuss to hang one man? That's the thing I do to stretch the rope when the rope is new."
Well,
Above our silence, a voice cried, "Shame!" And into our midst, the hangman came to that man's place. "Do you hold," said he, "with him that was meet for the gallows tree?" And he laid his hand on that one's arm, and we shrank back in quick alarm. And we gave him way, and no one spoke, out of the fear of his hangman's cloak. That night, we saw with dread surprise, the hangman's scaffold had grown in size. Fed by the blood beneath the chute, the gallows tree had taken root, now as wide, or a little more, than the steps that led to the courthouse door, as tall as the writing, or nearly as tall, halfway up on the courthouse wall. The third he took, we had all heard tell, was a usurer and infidel. "And what," said the hangman, "have you to do with the gallows bound?" And he a Jew. And we cried out, "Is this one he who has served you well and faithfully?" The hangman smiled. "It's a clever scheme to try the strength of the gallows beam." The fourth man's dark, accusing song had scratched our comfort hard and long. "And what concern," he gave us back, "have you for the doomed and black, the fifth, the sixth?" And we cried again, Hangman, is this the man?" "It's a trick," he said, "that we hangmen know for easing the trap when the trap springs slow." And so we ceased and asked no more, as the hangman tallied his bloody score. And sun by sun, and night by night, the gallows grew to monstrous height. The wings of the scaffold opened wide, till they covered the square from side to side, and the monster crossbeam, looking down, cast its shadow across the town. Through the town the hangman came and called in the empty streets my name. And I looked at the gallows soaring tall and thought, there's no one left at all for hanging. And so he calls to me to help pull down the gallows tree. And I went out with right good hope to the hangman's tree and the hangman's rope. He smiled at me as I came down to the courthouse square, through the silent town, and supple and stretched in his busy hand was the yellow twist of the hempen strand, and he he whistled his tune as he tried the trap, and it sprang down with a ready snap, and then, with a smile of awful command, and he laid his hand upon my hand. "You tricked me, Hangman," I shouted then. "That your scaffold was built for other men, and I no henchman of yours," I cried. "You lied to me, Hangman. Foully lied." Then a twinkle grew in the buckshot eye. "Lied to you? Tricked you?" he said. "Not I. For I answered straight. I told you true. The scaffold was raised for none but you. For who has served more faithfully than you?"
Yes, he had already told everyone through that riddle, but no one cracked the riddle. So, yeah, he didn't lie.
"With your coward's hope," said he. "And where are the others that might have stood side by your side in the common good?" "Dead," I answered, and amiably, "Murdered," the hangman corrected me.
Well, they are not dead, murdered. Hey, they have
First the alien, then the Jew. I did no more than you let me do.
I did no more than you let me do. What?
Beneath the beam that blocked the sky, none had stood so alone as I. And the hangman strapped me, and no voice there cried, "Stay," for me in the empty square.
Well, that was quite something. So that is the poem Hangman, narrated by Herschel Bernardi. The poem is written by Maurice Ogden, as I said. So I think listening to this poem has me understanding it a little bit better. So I'm going to give my thoughts, my interpretation, then we listen to the commentary of the uploader, whom, okay, I think I'll give a tag in the description because, yeah, it's not written in the title. So here is what I've noted. So the hangman from the start gave his word by saying that he hangs. Okay, he says, "He who serves me best shall earn the rope on the gallows tree." Then when he came, built all this, the gallows and everything, the gallows tree and everything, the first person to be hanged was someone like a foreigner, I would say, as said in the song. So in the poem, it was someone from a different place, another land. Yeah, that was the word used. And so what if this person that was from another land was someone that served him back where he came from? So this is someone that was so loyal to him, and he was the first one to be hanged. Interesting, huh? He was the first one to be hanged, and he mentions that he does that. It's a way of stretching the rope when it's new, because he was just establishing this gallows tree in this town or in this new place, and he hung his loyal servant, let me call him that, to stretch the rope. Yeah. So, and clearly told them that he hangs those who serves him best. Then there's the mention of everyone was After questioning him and him giving responses that they were not understanding, what they did was shrink back and didn't say a thing. So they let him do his thing until it landed on them. So one by one they went. So there was that part of no one spoke out of respect for his hangman clock. So basically, they were afraid of him, and it gets to show what fear can do to human beings, or rather, can do to society. When you act out of fear, you might find yourself endangered, your family, your friends, and all that, because you fear. Then it's clear that the hangman was a serial killer, serial murderer, and he corrects this guy, the voice in the song, by telling him not dead, murdered. So in short, he's declaring himself a murderer, and he's proud of that. That's weird. So this is a psycho kinda. So then there's the mention of I've mentioned about everyone shrinking back, giving him way. So that's how he was able to get away with all this crime. Then what else did I get? Oh, the gallows tree were growing with every murder. So it's like it was feeding on the blood that was being shed, I would say, or on the killings. Then what else? Oh, when he says, I did no more than you let me do. I did no more than you let me do. That's heavy. So it gets to show that people can only do as much, or rather, people can only do to us as much as we let them do. So if you don't let them do, then they won't do. Huh? Yeah, it's crazy. I love the poem, and I think audio, like listening to this narration, made it clearer. So I'm curious to hear from the commentary. So let's listen. And also let me know what you think in the comment section. Is there really one? No. Unfortunately, no. So I guess maybe it's in the description of the video. I'll check that. So I think we'll just call it a day for now, because yeah, we'll check, or we'll check the description. Maybe that's where the commentary is. But as per now, that's all I can say. So what take home do I have from this poem? Number one, people can only go as much as you let them. So have boundaries and like implement them. Then number two, listen to people's words carefully and try to understand. Because if they listened to this hangman when he said about uh, the loyalty, and these were the words. Let me use the exact words. He who serves me best shall earn the rope on the gallows tree. If they interpreted that, they would have understood that he's not a good guy, but look where they landed. So yeah, those are my two biggest take home from this. I'd love to hear from you, so kindly share in the comment section. And yeah, let's call it a day. This episode is brought to us by Rune. So Rune, thank you so much for this poem. Looking forward to your take homes, your understanding, and anything else you'd love to share. So once again, happy Halloween, and see you in the next one. For now, peace out and bye.